Being at Bournemouth University's World Mental Health Week and going to all the events had a massive impact on me. Not just the amount of knowledge that I gained from being there, but also the people I met and was able to speak to regarding sort of mental health and all the factors that surround it. Finding out that there is more to do, there's more to do to end the stigma, there's more to do to help people with mental health, that isn't just the traditional routes. I think when you look at sort of celebrities, and if someone ever says they have a mental health problem, it's oh my god, and the media goes crazy for it and it's shock horror, whereas it's normally after their career they come out. And there was a lot of conversations about how getting people like that to admit that they do have a mental health issue, and it's not a massive deal, it's not a terrible thing. Realising the small things that have a massive effect, especially with the media, and definitely looking at the stories they put out very differently now. Some of the wording that they choose it's not nice and it's not accurate for what they're trying to talk about. Meeting some of the people that come and gave talks to the events was just amazing. They've all got their own expertise in that area, so it's good to get their sort of personal insight to it. I've stayed in contact with some of the people that come in and gave the talks, so that's brilliant. Also, it wasn't just the people that come in to give the talks, but the people that actually came to listen. So as a psychology student, there was lots of psychology students that sort of came along, but there was lots of other people. There was people that I wouldn't normally interact with when at university. So it was a good way to sort of get together and talk about things. Everyone has different views, and bringing that together allows you to have a more rounded view of everything. The knowledge that you gain, a lot of people don't really have that knowledge, and that they might not seek it. When there was a talk on eating disorders, and it was brilliant. It really made me think about it more and also actually get an interest for it. Since then, I've looked up Beat, which is one of the charities that helps people fighting with eating disorders, looking into what they do, and it's like there is so many people out there to help, and helping to advertise that. And if you advertise it in someone who has a mental health problem, or they have an eating disorder, and then they see that and they go, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go and look at them, and they go and actually look at the charities and see what they do, and they can receive help. I think that's brilliant. Some of the psychology department were actually giving talks, so it was really nice to see them dive into their speciality as well, instead of just sort of teaching the normal everyday lectures. When you listen to someone who has a real passion for something, it gets you enthusiastic. It gets you thinking, wow, like this is what they found out and this is what you can do with that. It sparks your own interest, and you can go away from that and actually do more research if you want to, or contact them, talk more about it, look into the charities. I wouldn't have this knowledge if it wasn't for these events, and I wouldn't have changed my thinking about things if it wasn't for the events. So I am so grateful to Bournemouth University for doing that, and obviously all the speakers that came in. And yeah, it made a massive impact on me, and I know it had a massive impact on a lot of others as well. It definitely changed their perception and gave them a new insight into something that they might not have had such an insight into before.